Today we're going to continue our study of Cinderella. Last time we studied the Charles Perrault Cinderella, which was written in France. Charles Perrault was from France. So it has to be something that the prince can identify her by, whether it's a shoe, whether it's a bow from her hair, anything that can prove that that's really Cinderella. So we have to have an object, right, that identifies Cinderella. What else do we need to have? Patrick?
A Cinderella.
We need to have a Cinderella character. Does she have to be called Cinderella? Does that have to be her name? No, but what does she have to be like? What does this person have to be like, or this character have to be like? Zachary?
A poor person.
Maybe a poor person. What else, Jasmine?
Smart.
Smart. What else, Stephanie?
Like a maid.
Maybe a maid. Okay. What else, Samantha?
Kind.
Kind. What else, Isaac?
That helps the house.
Okay.
Doesn't work.
Does a lot of work, so she's got to be hardworking. Anything else? What else does a Cinderella story have to have?
That she's not married.
Well, she's not married because normally what is the big thing that happens at the end? She gets married. So if she were married, it wouldn't work, would it? Zachary?
There has to be a prince.
Has to be a prince, or
Prince.
does it always have to be a prince?
Or a royal person.
Royal person, a king, or somebody important that she wants to marry, or everybody in the kingdom or the town or the city wants to marry. Stefan?
A fairy godmother.
Fairy godmother, or could it be something else besides a fairy godmother? Okay. Yes.
Stepmother.
Stepmothers. Has to be a ball or a place where they can meet, right? So there has to be an event of some sort. Now, when we talked about a fairy godmother, it has to be somebody who does magic, usually, and sometimes it's a fairy godmother. Could be a fairy godfather. Yes. Stepsisters. They're stepsisters sometimes.
A castle.
Castle, place to live, mansion. Yes.
Kingdom.
A kingdom.
King and queen.
King and queen. Okay, so we know what a Cinderella story is like, and the Charles Perrault Cinderella, of course, has all of these things. Today, we're going to start reading some Cinderella stories from other places. We have stories from Egypt. We have stories from Mexico, stories from Korea, and so on. And what you need to do is read a Cinderella story today from another country. You will be required to read 3. 2 from books and 1 from the internet. You will do a compare and contrast chart. You will compare them with the Charles Perrault Cinderella, or to the Charles Perrault Cinderella. You will also have to find the country where the story's from and label the map that I have included in your packet with the name of the story you're reading and the name of the country. You are to start one Cinderella story. When you finish that Cinderella story that you're working on, do the compare and contrast chart, do the map. You also have a journal response that you need to be doing. And you have a list of responses. Now we did some last week. You have a list of responses. You need to choose one from this list of responses for your reading journal. When you're finished doing the reading response, the map, and the comparison of the story, then you can choose from the choice activities. And some of you had already started one, the designing the invitation to the royal ball. You have 6 choice activities. You can choose one after every book that you read. So you have your assignments, you have your choice activities, you have your map that you need to work on. We have the Charles Perrault Cinderella already mapped for you here, labeled. It's from France. And you have the comparison chart. This is the Charles Perrault, and I did not complete all the information, so you will still need to work from the books that are up there in the baskets. And then this is the new story that you work on today. I will pass out the books to the different tables, and you will be able to do 3 different ones. So don't worry about what what titles are at your table. And then, of course, you've got your reading response, your prompt. Any questions? Okay, then let's get back to your seats, and I will pass out the paper so you may begin. You will have to work in pairs because we have a limited number of Cinderella books. Would you put this over in the on the shelf? The first thing you may want to do is read your directions. Yeah, just put it in any one of those shelves.
Oh, there's more coming first.
You guys get there.
Share the books. We have 3 books to a table. Where's the wall map? Listen to yourself, Chaston. Wall map. Go look on the wall map.
Africa.
Ireland. What part of the world is Ireland in? Do you know? You think it's in Europe? Okay, where's your...
What was I looking for? Iron.
Ireland. Ireland. This is Iran right there. That's Iran. Okay, now this is Europe, remember? This is Asia. We're getting into Asia. So let's stay up here in Europe. Stay in Europe.
Okay.
Still can't find it?
I found Italy and
What did you find?
What is this? What is this place? Is that Asia or Africa?
You need to look at the map.
What map?
The wall map. What do you think that is?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's Australia.
that looks like Australia. It's the same thing.
That's
No,
that's
'cause
Austria. Austria.
Austria.
That's Australia.
I was looking for England.
Okay, where's England? Where's England?
I cannot look.
Okay, wait a minute. Zachary, there's one more place. Now, if that is difficult for you to find, you may want to go to the big globe over there, and because you'll see more of just Europe by itself. It'll help you to find it easier. Okay. Children, clap once if you can hear me. Clap once if you can hear me. Some of you are looking at your book and you're saying, oh, I want this story takes place in Ireland, or this story takes place in Korea or wherever. And sometimes you know that because it says the Irish Cinderella, the Korean Cinderella. But if it doesn't say in the title, what do you need to do to find out where the story takes place? You need to read the story. In fact, the first part of the assignment is to read the story. So what I would like to see everybody doing first is reading the story. You will get some clues as to where the story is taking place. And you may not even know where Ireland is. You don't know whether it's in Europe or Asia or where it is, but there might be clues in the story. Zachary. Huh? Did you read the story? Huh? Did you read the story?
She said me that Mary and she were very beautiful.
I could have you one
Did you
page,
find it?
then you read that page. I read that one, you read that one. Minnie was after almost away. Father back was turned as she
You do know
had
that
had
Ireland is close to
say
England, right?
Some days,
Okay, do you know where England is?
Annie, I will be a
England has another name, it has United Kingdom. Now, if you look here, look right here, United
and
Kingdom.
You will be
And you see where London is?
servant
Okay.
in my
It's near England. It's an island.
If Dad should
Okay.
come to
But you really do need to read the story first. Bring the globe over this way. Other people may need it. Let's put it at the middle table
to reserve you,
so that other people can use it
why
today.
do you say such things? You are clever and strong and beautiful. Why are you so unhappy?
Because everyone talks about how kind you are and they accept everything you do. Maria replies, I'm sure that Father loved you best, but when I am a queen, everyone will know that you still kindness is only weakness.
Minnie was sad that Minnie felt that's why, but she ignored her sister's words and went about her chores. Nestle kept to small parts of
The mazes covered street was and a great fairy penguin went into the kitchen and found 6 mice carrying a huge chunk of cheese with a tape of her. When they turned into a handsome team of 6 horses, she turned the cheese into a fat waters of churning on the farm. They all marched out the
She turned the cheese into a fat what?
Choseman.
What word do you know in there?
Choseman. Choseman.
Starts with a C. What does it say?
Coachman.
Yes. Okay. In what?
And farm day.
Well, wait a minute. You're going to lose the meaning if you don't stop. In uniform. Okay, and then start the next sentence.
They all marched out the door and took their places. It were the most natural thing to do. Now you can go to the ball. Are you happy, Cinderella? asked the fairy. Oh yes, said Cinderella, but then she looked sadly down at her rich clothes.
Whenever you are in serious need, you must kneel before them and let them know your heart desire, but do not waste their gifts. Yashin wanted to ask the old sad many more questions, but the Cinderella story is guy
Oh.
utter another word with heavy heart. Yashin made her way to gather the wood.
Now what's his name? They called him Littlefoot? Blame little Bigfoot?
That's what they called him. Beacon. And I'll be reading this, okay? But we have to finish the book, Chantal.